Hi, welcome to Pictures, Noise and Words. I'm Hedgy. I've got a song now by a band called Obliviscaris. At least that might be what they're called. Shall I give that another go? Obliviscaris. You know what I mean. Somebody by the name of Sujigiri, and again, it's very hard to read sometimes names of YouTube comments because it's not necessarily in my language, or somebody's just made up a word or whatever. I mean, I'm sure this isn't a made up word, but it's definitely not in my language. So Sujigiri, I'll tell you what, I'll put it there. That person recommended this band to me on the comments to one of the Vector songs, and the Vector songs are busy songs to say the least, and sort of fantastically well done and complicated and all of that sort of thing. So for this to be recommended on the comments to that song kind of sets me up to think that it's going to be a bit mad. Now Sujigiri recommended about 4 different songs, in fact more than that, but when I looked I couldn't find one of those songs that was recommended that had a video. So I've chosen one that does have a video. Sorry, but this isn't one of the ones you recommended, but this is a song called Intra Venus. I've chosen this one because I think if there is a video available to a song, it's better for you guys, basically, you know, to have a video up here playing rather than you just having to look at me all the time. That's probably preferable for anyone, come to think of it. So I don't know this band. They're from Australia, and that's it. That's all I know. And I only know that because when I went to look up the video, I saw a thing that said from Australia. So that's how much research I've done, folks. So yeah, let's just get on with it. It's a 7.5 minute song, so this will be another one of my epically long videos, no doubt. Let's go. That's a cool effect. You see far too many strings on those instruments. I do. Pause my videos case you're not aware. It started off right at the beginning, and the first thing that popped into my head was Opeth, because it's just like, it's like the obvious comparison to draw, isn't it? But it's moved off pretty quick from that, I think. Yeah, you've got the death verging on black metal sound to the vocals, and then you've got the clean vocals. And again, you could say, well, Opeth do that, but it doesn't have the Opeth vibe to it, which is good, because I was thinking, oh, are they gonna just be an Opeth kind of thing? Did I say just going to be an Opeth? Crikey, I'd give my right leg to be an Opeth. Right, let's just carry on. I've got more strings than you. See, I'm not moving much. And that's because there's so much going on different levels that I find myself I'm kind of listening attentively, kind of thing. Wow. Quite often used when violins get introduced, or a fiddle, or however you want to, it's because they want to bring in some kind of folk feel to it, or they want to borrow from another genre and bring it into metal, which works fantastically. But this is not what's happening here, is it? The violin here is just another instrument that's in keeping with the tone and the music and all of that sort of thing. They're not borrowing another genre by bringing that instrument in. The same as some bands will bring a cello in, and it just adds to the music. Pain of Salvation did that really well. You just bring a cello in, and you're not borrowing from another genre. You just bring in an instrument that's not immediately associated with death metal, And this is death technical metal, isn't it? Let's face it. So all they've done is added another layer with a different sounding instrument, and it just fits. Getting the money's worth out of that laser. legs going. You know, if I was just not watching this, I was just listening to it, I might have assumed that that was a woman's voice. I know it's a bit deep, but it's such a juxtaposition to the death metal voice that I probably would have made a rash decision that that was a woman's voice. Well, that was a finely crafted piece of music, wasn't it? I talked quite a lot on that one, sorry. But, you know, the link's there. Watch it for yourself, and that's the best way without me distracting you anyway. Yeah. That's quite a piece of music. Rather than saying that's quite a song, that's quite a performance of a piece. I think I've said this in before in videos. You know, it's a thing that's been created along the way. You don't just sit down and write a song like that. It's a piece of music that you've crafted and put together and gone back and said, change that and put that in and take that out, and you know, it's not where someone sat down and said, I've got an idea for a melody, let's write some verses and a catchy chorus and there's your song. It's something where everyone's worked at it and worked over it and pulled it apart and put it together in different shapes and different order of bits, and also until they got to the final thing. I went, okay, it's done, you know. We can keep meddling with it, or we can call it done, and we'll call it done. So yeah, what a piece. I'll have to check out more of their stuff. It's stuff that you definitely need to pay attention and play a few times. But yeah, thank you very much for the recommendation of that band. I know it wasn't the song that you recommended. I'm looking down. Sujigiri. Again, hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, thanks for that. That's great. Never heard of them. Why have I never heard of them? To be honest, in England we're kind of spoilt because we very easily get lots of European metal kind of. It's easy with the bands come and tour and everything because we're all quite close together in Europe. So you've got people coming over from Sweden, no problem, or Norway or Germany or wherever. Whereas Australia is about as far away as you can get from England, apart from New Zealand, which is even harder to get to. So, and you think with the world being all interconnected with the internet and all of that sort of thing, that we would just hear about everyone from everywhere, and you don't really. You know, so I'm trying to think of another metal band from Australia, and off the top of my head I'm coming up blank. You know, if I have to think of bands from Australia, it starts with like In Excess and kind of doesn't get much further, you know. And whoever did Men Down Under, what was that song? Who cares? I'm whittering, which is what I do. I'll stop now. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe and all the YouTube things that you're meant to do. Subscribe, like, comment, etc. You know, I've made nearly 40 of these videos and I'm still embarrassed saying that bit. So I'll see you again next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.